Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I want to say a very big thank you to everyone that has commented, shared, liked, and even turned on the notification bell. And today I have a very emotional topic to discuss, and this is really from the depth of my heart. I want to share with you on how my acting career failed and the four major lessons I learned. I can't believe that I will be sharing this story after a very long time, because when I thought about it, like I felt like it's not something I want to tell the world. Like, who do I tell that I started a career in acting and I failed? But then I just feel like it's something I should share with people, and then you can learn from my story and learn how to um get back on track. Because I feel like even though I didn't get it right, it's still something I want to go back to. So I'll just give a backstory of how everything happened. I've always loved acting, and while I was in school, I joined acting groups. In fact, I was part of the biggest acting group in school back then. And then I usually act, and I felt like, yeah, everybody would give me kudos. Like, a lot of people will be struggling with a particular scene or a particular act, and then they would say, "Oh, let Lola show you how to do it." It was always a very big thing for me, and then I'll just act it, and everybody would be so happy. They'll give me a kudos, and that's just the way it has always been. So I felt like, yes, I'm very good with this, and I can do it. And that was how I, when I got a job as a digital marketing executive, I told myself, I'm going to save a whole lot of money. I gathered the money that I've been saving for a very long time, very big amount of money, like a very big amount of money. So I registered with an acting school, yeah. And then I told my boss that for this period of time, I won't be coming to work on these particular days because I've just registered. I couldn't tell him wholeheartedly that this is the particular thing I wanted to do. I just told him that I registered for, because a lot of people look at you like, what are you going to do in acting? So I told my boss that I wanted to go for a particular training. I couldn't disclose the actual training, but I just told him that I won't be at work for this period of time, and that's because I was doing something very important in my life. And then he said, "Okay, I'll sign these days off for you and all of that." So he did that for me, and I started attending this acting school. Very beautiful school, really. I can't lie about it. I met a lot of people. I met a lot of friends that were still even close up to now. And I we had plans. Really, we had plans, and we did a lot of things. But the platform wasn't wasn't there for all of us. Like, it's just like normal school. Some people are going to make it, some people won't make it. So the platform wasn't there for every one of us. It was more like you have to be extra, extra, extraordinary, and for them to choose you to do anything. And it was more like, even when you get there, you have to work, work, work for it. And please do not forget that I was still working. I told my boss I was just going for a training. So they would say that, okay, we need some people for a particular role, just to walk by, just to do something. And my friends would say, "Oh, Lola, they're calling us for this," and I'll say, "I'm at work. I can't do it. I'm at work. I'm at work." I just keep giving the excuses, and. So then I told myself, "Am I ready? Really? Are you really ready to do this, to further with this?" I couldn't answer that question myself, because it wasn't like the money was going to come immediately, and I was getting monies from a particular place. So it wasn't like the money was going to come immediately. So I had to tell myself over and over again that, okay, so how can you help yourself? I started with monologues. I started making monologues. So there was a time that I actually made a monologue, and this monologue, I did it. I picked a particular video from a very popular movie, and then I acted it out, and I tagged the producer of the movie. I tagged the person that even acted that scene, and A lot of my friends shared that post and even brought the attention of the popular producer, and he commented on that post. I was very excited and I felt like, oh, okay, I could keep doing this, but then it wasn't easy for me to go ahead. And that's just really the backstory of this whole thing. Now, coming to the lessons, I would say 4 lessons I learned. Truthfully, I feel like I could have still continued. So I would say the first lesson I learned is that I stopped pushing. So number one, the major thing I want to let everybody know is that if there is anything you have on your mind to do, please don't stop it. Be consistent. Do not stop pushing. I think I stopped pushing. I stopped the monologues. I stopped, going for auditions. I stopped there, which is not the right thing to do. If I wanted to continue with that line, yeah, the money might not come immediately. The people might not know you immediately, but then why should you stop pushing? Why should you stop going ahead to do what you want to do? So that's the first lesson I learned. Secondly, I shouldn't have stopped creating. The monologues were good. I've heard a lot of people say things like, you see, that particular video, send it out. You don't know how you can blow. Tell you what, don't stop creating. Be consistent. Consistency is very, very important. And the third thing I learned is that be sure of what you want to do. I wasn't sure. Honestly, this is me being vulnerable here. I wasn't sure. Do I want to start acting, like leaving every other thing? So because if I want to keep acting, that means that I have to leave that job at that time. And I wasn't sure I wanted to, because I know that even though my passion is acting, I love to act, I wasn't sure that acting that I wanted to do is just like, it's just more like starting again from the scratch. I don't know where I was going. I don't know if it was going to happen for me and all of that. The fourth lesson I learned is the collaboration. That you cannot underestimate the power of collaborating with your fellow actors. If you have tried and it's not working, why don't you? Because yes, up to now, I know a good number of people that are into acting now, and they started just like the way I started. It was really good.